guys, welcome to the first part of this week's Coffee and Hero Show, taking you through the new graphic novels into the store this week. As you can see, you can just about see me from behind this rather large pad, rather large stock up this week. Usual mix of brand new stuff as well as stock ups of classics, little bits and pieces that are missing from runs, that kind of thing. Kick things off, we're getting more and more of the DC Compacts back in stock as and when they are reprinted. I'm sure you'll notice the brand new DC Compacts display over there, close to the till. So 3 back in stock this week. We have American Vampire Book 1, Batman Hush, and Harley Quinn and the Gotham City Sirens. So all fresh printings into the store this week, all part of that great sort of $10/9 price point for complete graphic novels. So on to the graphics. As I say, there's a bit of a mix of floppies and a couple of hardcovers, an omnibus or two. So we kick things off with Spider-Woman. This is book 2 of Steve Fox's run. This covers issues 6 to 10 as well as Web of Spider-Man number 1. We have Star Wars volume 9. So this is the last volume of the current Star Wars run. Star Wars and Star Wars Darth Vader both stopped at issue 50. So this is the issues leading up to that, and of course including 50. So that finishes off the Star Wars era before the inevitable relaunch. Next up, we have X-Men 97, the official prelude to the critically acclaimed Disney Plus series. There's that man Steve Fox again on writing. This contains X-Men 97, 1 to 4, so if you're a fan of the show, that would be pretty essential. Next up, we have Masterpiece. This was really, really good. This is from Brian Michael Bendis and Alex Maleev. Of course, a team behind great runs on Daredevil, on Scarlet, that kind of thing. It's all to do with the daughter of 2 master thieves and her looking revenge for her parents and how they were treated. Really, really good. Really enjoyed that myself. Read that in single issues. Next up, we have Mighty Morphin Power Rangers The Return, a new alternate universe saga starring the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, written by Amy Jo Johnson, the official Pink Ranger. So that's the complete mini-series of that. Latest volume of Undiscovered Country has arrived. Of course, this is Scott Snyder, Charles Soule, and Giuseppe Camuncoli's alternate world take of an America who shuts its borders to the rest of the world and just decides to be an insular country. Yeah, it's 30 issues so far. This contains issues 25 to 30. I believe it's going to be a 36 issue run, so I would imagine one more volume to come. Next up, we have Void Rivals. So Void Rivals, of course, the sort of stealth kickoff to the Energon Universe era. This is volume 1, of course. Robert Kirkman on writing, Lorenzo Di Felici on art. And volume 1's here. I'm pretty sure we'll volume 2 through here somewhere. So volume 1 and 2 back in stock on the shelves. A couple of Epic collections next. So first of all, I have Star Wars Darth Vader, Shadows and Secrets. This is the Epic Collection Volume 1. This contains Darth Vader, the 2015 series, 1 to 12, number 1 Director's Cut and the Annual. I believe this is when Kieran Gillen, was taking over the title, and Salvador LaRocca on art. Silver Surfer Epic Collection as well, the Herald Ordeal. So this is essentially the era of Ron Lim, Ron Mars, Jim Starlin. This is a great era. The Heralds of Galactus unite to face their former master. As I said, this covers 91 to 92. Silver Surfer 67 to 75, annual number 5, and a bunch of number 1s and 1-shots as well. Also, we have Thor, the Eternals Saga. This is volume 10 of the Thor Epic Collections. This covers 1979 to 1980. Thor 281 to 302, annual, and some material from the Treasury edition as well. So I saw Ray Thomas working on that, Ralph Macchio, and so on and so forth. A couple of DC Finest now. So of course DC Finest is the equivalent of the Epic Collection label for Marvel, collecting older stories into complete runs. So first of all, you have Justice Society of America. This is covering 1940 to 1942. This collects stories from winter 1940 to September 1942 from the pages of All-Star Comics number 3 to 12 from comics legends such as Gardner Fox, E.E. Hibbard, Sheldon Moldoff, and many more. As well as the Justice Society of America, this one sees Green Lantern, The Defeat of Green Lantern. This covers 1963 to 1965. This features works from revered comics writers and artists such as John Broome, Gardner Fox, and Gil Kane. It covers 3 classic runs, Green Lantern 19 to 39, Flash 143, and Brave and the Bold number 59. Next up, we have Red Hood Outlaws. This is part of the volumes that have been coming out that are essentially webcomics, but they're then getting put into print. So Patrick R. Young and Nico Baskunan on this one. This collects episodes 23 to 33 of the Webtoon series. We also have, in terms of that size of book, we have Invincible Volume 6 this week. We've got 1 to 5 on the rack, so if you're playing catch-up or just want to get into Invincible, these sort of digest size are a great way to do it. Next up, we have Doctor Doom by Christopher Cantwell and Salvador Larroca. This was a 10-issue mini-series, so all 10 issues included here, as well as issues from Keenan Black, Iron Man, Doctor Doom, and material from War of the Realms War Scrolls number 3. Immortal Thor gets a new volume this week as well. We're up to volume 3 for Al Ewing's run on this. We also have Valentina Pinti, Jan Basaluda on art, and this covers issues 11 to 15, continuing a truly epic saga worthy of the immortal name. New Avengers volume this week as well, volume 3 also. Jed MacKay, of course, on this, art by Francesco Mora Torino and CF Villa, and this covers issues 12 to 16. We have Doctor Strange, also volume 3. I'm sensing a pattern here. Again, Jed MacKay, but art for this one is Danilo S. Beyruth and Pascal Ferry. This covers issues 11 to 18 of Doctor Strange. Deadpool, is it a volume 3? Is it a volume 3? It's a volume 1. Oh well. Volume 1, this is the current run in Deadpool from Cody Ziegler and Rouge Antonio, and this is the first 5 issues of that, so great starting point for any Deadpool fans. You have Midnight Suns Blood Hunt, so they've been releasing the Blood Hunt tie-in series into their own books. This contains Midnight Suns Blood Hunt 1 to 3 and Werewolf by Night Blood Hunt number 1. Next up is In No Grave. This is a fantastic book from the Middle West team of Scotty Young and Jorge Corona. This was 5 issues in total. It was all about a retired outlaw who had done some terrible things in life. Now is settled with a family and a child, and they set out to see death themselves to try and essentially take the bounty away from them so they can enjoy a family life. Next up, we got some restocks back in of Conan the Barbarian, Volume 1, bound in black stone. I mean, the Conan stuff is fantastic through Titan Comics. You know, we're big fans of it here. Jim Zub is knocked it out of the park there. Robert De La Torre's art is fantastic as well. Just can't get enough of Conan. This contains issues 1 to 4 and the free comic book day issue as well. Next up, we have Displaced. This was a fun mini-series I read myself. This was 5 issues in total from Ed Brisson, and I think it was Luca Casalanguida was the artist on this. It was all about a city just disappearing from view and everybody forgetting that it even exists, except a couple of people actually remember. That was quite fun. Next up is Drive Like Hell from Rich Douek and Alex Cormack. This was a 4-issue mini-series, a love letter to sort of action car chase movies, a little bit of horror worked in as well, and this contains the entire mini-series. We have Catwoman. This was Tini Howard's last run on the character. This was issues 59 to 68. 9 Crimes, 9 Ways to Die. This was really fun as well, actually. The literal embodiment of Catwoman having 9 lives and how is she going to use them. Next up, we have Poison Ivy, Origin of Species. So DC have started to do this a bit more, which is good to see. They're releasing the hardcover and the trade paperback in the same week, which gives people the choice. Some people like the hardbacks, some people prefer the trades because they're a little bit cheaper. G. Willow Wilson and Marcio Takara continue on with their Pamela Isley title. We have Dark Knights of Steel Volume 2 in trade paperback as well. So this is the conclusion to the first run on Dark Knights of Steel. Of course, it's coming out at the moment through all winter, and I believe it's going to make a big return next year as well. So this collects Dark Knights of Steel 7 to 12 and Dark Knights of Steel Tales from the Three Kingdoms number 1. A lovely big compendium this week is Injustice Gods Among Us Compendium 1. So this has only really been available before through larger omnibuses, but DC are getting better at putting these compendiums out. So soft covers, cheaper price points, £55 price point, which contains a frankly massive amount of issues. You've got the first year 1 to 12, you've got the annual, you've got year 2 1 to 12, you've got the year 2 annual, you got year 3 1 to 12 and year 3 annual. So you're talking nearly 40 issues there, all packed into one, and some of the best writing of the last little while. Tom Taylor, Bram Bucoletto, Bruno Redondo and art. Just look at that team. Next up, we call them Giants. This was one that came out a few weeks ago from Kieran Gillen and Stephanie Hans, of course the team behind Die. It's an original graphic novel. We sold out of it very quickly. Glad to have it back in stock. We have James Bond 007 for Keen and Country. This was from Philip Kennedy Johnson with art by Giorgio Spalletta as well. Accused of murder on British soil, James Bond has been branded a traitor by his own government. As M sends the entire 00 division after 007, Bond must go underground with one ally, Gwendolyn Gann, 003, a traitor presumed dead but secretly on a clandestine mission with global applications. Next up, we have another original graphic novel this week called Heretic. This is from the team of Robbie Morrison and Walking Dead comics royalty, Charlie Adlard. Belgium 1529, the city of Antwerp is ravaged by a macabre series of killings. The all-powerful Inquisition forces knight, doctor, lawyer, and reputed black magician Cornelius Agrippa to investigate. As the killings escalate, Agrippa, his daughter Juliet, and pupil Johann Weyer are plunged into a maelstrom of murder, madness, and magic. Sounds great. 3 to go. So we have Junkyard Joe, the deluxe edition. So Ghost Machine have been putting these out. They've already done Gagger in this sort of hardcover format. We also have Junkyard Joe. This was an awesome series. This was Jeff Johns and Gary Frank as well. This collects the entire mini-series in that deluxe hardcover format. Then we have 2 to finish off. We have Lock and Key, the Key House Compendium. So this is quite simply one of the best independent comics of all time. Joe Hill, Gabriel Rodriguez. It's one I collected all the singles and read it as it came out. But this has everything. All 6 volumes of the original series of Lock and Key. Brand new cover by Gabriel Rodriguez. And a beautiful hardbound edition. And then we finish off with The Witcher hardcover. So this is The Witcher Library, Volume 1. This contains issues 1 to 5 of The Witcher comic series House of Glass, Fox Children, Curse of Crows, and the Killing Monsters one-shot, and features a sketchbook editions. Again, lovely oversized hardcover edition. So that is it for this week. I'm sure you're bored of listening to me. That was a big order this week. But again, we're stocking up as big as we can in terms of it being the Christmas season. So pop down to us and we'll hopefully get you sorted with any gift ideas or anything that you're just catching up on yourself. But as ever, hope this proved useful. Make sure to check back later. We'll have a video up going through the single issues out this week. And just keep you up to date with that. So again, yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Hope it proved useful. And I'll hopefully see you in the store throughout the month. Do keep an eye out as well. We may be announcing something pretty special for early next year over the coming days as well. Say no more. Anyway, thanks again, guys. See you in the